Hi people, have you ever wondered how to make someone fall in love with you? Well, I'm here to share with you 11 factors that influence someone to make them fall in love with you. Firstly, similarity in attitudes, background, and personality traits. People are likely to be drawn to those who share similar views, backgrounds, and personality traits. This is because such similarities facilitate communication, reduce conflicts, and foster a sense of connection. For instance, individuals with the same attitude regarding certain people, places, food, or ideas tend to get along very well. People who come from similar backgrounds, like being born into an Asian family, living in a HDB, also have more in common to talk about. Those with similar personality traits, such as introverts preferring solitude, are also more likely to understand and appreciate each other's preferences. Therefore, finding common ground often leads to easier and deeper connections, potentially enhancing the likelihood of falling in love. Secondly, geographic proximity. When people are close to each other, they have a higher probability of meeting, and hence increases the chances for romantic encounters, which will likely deepen the relationship between the two as time goes on. In a study conducted in Columbus, Ohio in the 1950s, 431 couples who applied for marriage licenses were interviewed. It was found that couples who lived closer together were more likely to enter into marriages. What underlies this? Obviously, you have to meet, but there's something else going on: repeated exposure. As marketers know very well, and anyone looking for love should learn about marketing, repeated exposure makes us like almost any. Repeated exposure, it turns out, increases our liking for practically everything, from the routine features of our lives to decorating materials, exotic foods, music, or people. What about that annoying person at work, huh? I see them all the time, and I don't fall in love with them. True, repeated exposure amplifies whatever is already there. Repeated exposure intensifies the dominant emotion in the relationship. When the dominant emotion is anger, repeated exposure enhances the anger. When the dominant emotion is attraction, repeated exposure enhances the attraction. Love at first sight only happens in 11% of cases, and it's more common in men than women. By the same token, this means first impressions are huge because repeated exposure has a snowball. Looking for love? Then think about where you're spending. What places do you go on a regular basis, and do they contain the kind of people you want to date? Sounds obvious, but if you're spending 99% of your waking hours at work and at home, you're not allowed to be surprised you're single. Thirdly, desirable characteristics of personality and appearance. People often have an ideal type of personality and appearance due to a combination of societal influences, personal experiences, and biological factors, which can vary greatly from person to person. However, some general characteristics that are often considered desirable in personality include having traits like being kind, empathetic, funny, having shared values, beliefs, and life goals, being confident, assertive, and self-assured. As for appearance, having good facial symmetry, being healthy, well-groomed, fit, stylish, and clean. It's important to note that the ideal type of personality and appearance is subjective and can vary widely among individuals. Fourth on the list is reciprocal affection, the fact that the other likes us. Humans are wired to reciprocate positive feelings and actions. When someone expresses interest or affection towards us, we tend to respond in kind as a way of reciprocating those feelings. Fifth on the list is satisfying needs. Certain needs have to be satisfied, such as emotional connection, compatibility, and shared experience. To develop a deep emotional connection, share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and make them feel understood, supported, and valued. Compatibility in values, beliefs, goals, and lifestyles is crucial for the long-term success of a romantic relationship. People need to feel that they are on the same page and can navigate life's challenges together. Sharing meaningful experiences and creating memories together can deepen the bond between two people. Whether it's traveling, trying new activities, or simply spending quality time together, shared experiences can strengthen the connection and foster feelings of love. Sixth on the list is physical and emotional arousal. What arouses you? Physical appearance, proximity, touch, or intimate gestures? Or is it shared experiences, deep conversations, laughter, emotional vulnerability, or acts of kindness and affection? Engaging in conversations, Shared interests and intellectual compatibility can create a sense of connection and excitement that deepens romantic feelings. For chemical arousal, did you know that neurotransmitters and hormones such as dopamine, oxytocin, and adrenaline are often associated with romantic attraction and arousal? These chemicals can be released in response to positive interactions, physical touch, or even just thinking about the person. Dopamine, in particular, is linked to feelings of pleasure and reward, while oxytocin is associated with bonding and attachment. Any type of situation that affects us emotionally increases the chance of falling in love. In 1/5 of the romantic attraction interviews, the relationships described started during stormy periods in the lives of the men and women interviewed. Sometimes the heightened emotional sensitivity followed an experience of loss, such as the death of a parent or a painful break. This is why people fall in love on the rebound. This is why we see Stockholm Syndrome. This is one of the reasons musicians are more attracted. We can't really tell what is causing our feelings, and we have to guess. It's called misattribution of emotions. So any emotionally arousing situation has the potential to fool us into thinking we're in love. Even an action movie can do it. Some of the couples watched an action movie, others watched a movie that was less aroused. It turns out that the couples who watched the arousing action movie expressed more affection toward each other after the movie than they did before seeing it. The non-action movie had no effect on the amount of affection expressed by the couples who watched it. Misattribution of emotions can even make you fall in love with someone who is trying to kill you. But again, you can't think making someone fall in love with you is as easy as taking them to an act. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not Cupid. Like repeated exposure, arousal is merely an intensifier. When the woman looked attractive, the arousal caused an increase in the men's attraction to her. But when she looked unattractive, the arousal actually caused a decrease in their attraction to her. It is noteworthy that the woman was the same in both cases, and that the difference in the men's response to her was caused by makeup. 7th on the list is social influences, norms, and the approval of people in our circle. Social influences, norms, and the approval of people in our circle can play a significant role in shaping our experiences and perceptions of falling in love. Gender roles, dating rituals, marriage expectations, peer pressure, and social expectations can sometimes influence our decisions and behaviors in relationships. For example, feeling pressure to conform to societal ideals of romantic success or to meet the expectations of friends and family members may affect our choices regarding partners and relationship milestones. Also, comparing our relationship and partner to those of others in our social circle can influence our perceptions of love and compatibility. Seeing friends or family members in happy and fulfilling relationships may inspire us to seek similar connections, while witnessing negative relationship dynamics may make us more cautious or discerning in our own pursuits. 8 on the list is specific cues in the beloved's voice, eyes, posture, and way of moving. When it comes to falling in love, specific cues in the beloved's voice, eyes, posture, and way of moving can evoke feelings of attraction and connection. For voice, having a soothing or pleasant tone of voice can be attractive and comforting. Genuine laughter and a sense of humor can be endearing and infectious. Expressive intonation such as excitement or warmth can convey emotional depth and authenticity, and shared speech patterns or verbal quirks can create a sense of familiarity and rapport. For eyes, having sustained eye contact can create a sense of intimacy and connection. Dilated pupils can indicate arousal and interest. A sparkle or twinkle in the eyes can convey enthusiasm and excitement. For posture and body language, having an open and relaxed body language can signal approachability and receptiveness. Subtly mirroring each other's gestures and movements can create a sense of rapport and connection. Standing or sitting close to each other can create a sense of intimacy and physical closeness. For the way of moving, graceful or fluid movements can be aesthetically pleasing and attractive. Confident and purposeful movements can convey strength and charisma, and being authentic and comfortable in one's movements can make someone appear genuine and likable. 9th on the list is readiness for a romantic relationship. When individuals feel emotionally ready for a romantic relationship, they are more open to experiencing and reciprocating love. This openness allows them to recognize and appreciate romantic opportunities, leading to a greater likelihood of falling in love. They tend to have a greater level of self-awareness and understanding of their own needs, desires, and boundaries to communicate effectively and navigate relationship dynamics more successfully, enhancing the potential for love. 10th on the list is opportunities to be alone together. Opportunities to be alone together create a conducive environment for emotional intimacy, bonding, authenticity, chemistry, and reflection, all of which can contribute to the development of romantic feelings and the deepening of a romantic connection. Alone time allows individuals to engage in intimate conversations, share personal experiences, and reveal vulnerabilities in a private setting. This intimacy fosters a deeper understanding and emotional connection between two people, creating a fertile ground for romantic feelings to develop. Spending time alone together provides an opportunity for bonding and building trust. Shared experiences, whether simple activities or meaningful conversations, create shared memories and strengthen the bond between individuals, laying the foundation for romantic feelings to grow. The absence of external distractions allows individuals to focus on each other's presence, body language, and subtle cues, heightening feelings of attraction and desire. Lastly, mystery in the situation or the person. Mystery, whether it's in the situation or the person, can contribute to the excitement and allure of falling in love in several ways. Mystery adds an element of intrigue, attraction, and excitement to the process of falling in love. Not knowing everything about the other person or the situation can create a sense of anticipation and curiosity, keeping the relationship dynamic and engaging. The desire to uncover the mysteries surrounding a person or a situation can drive individuals to invest more time and effort into getting to know them. This curiosity and motivation to unravel the mystery can lead to deeper connections and emotional investment, ultimately fostering feelings of love. Mystery can add depth to a person's character or to the relationship itself. Discovering new layers and dimensions to someone's personality or understanding the complexities of a situation can create a sense of depth and richness in the connection, making it more meaningful. And mystery can help keep the spark alive in a relationship by keeping things fresh and unpredictable. It prevents the relationship from becoming stagnant or routine, as there is always something new to discover or explore.